Hello everyone. Today I'm going to share 5 powerful strategies for having effective one-on-one math meetings with your students. These strategies are based on the research of experts like Hattie, Cobbett, Cart, Bowler, and William. Research that shows how personalized feedback and student-centered conversations can boost learning outcomes. So let's jump in. Friendly reminder that before starting any meeting, you want to make sure that you have students bringing their math work to you to discuss it. Okay, step number 1 is start with questions. Get those students talking from the beginning. I like to ask questions that are open-ended, like what is the best part of your work on this lesson? And students can highlight where they think they did really well. I also like to ask what math problem was the trickiest in today's lesson. Both questions seem to get the student talking. Number 2, I provide positive strengths-based feedback. And a great resource is Strengths-Based Teaching and Learning in Mathematics by Beth Cobbett and Karen Karp. I also use the NCTM process standards to help me find positivity in their work that I go over with them. So what this might look like in a student meeting is if I was looking at the students' notes, I would highlight a few things. I would highlight that they can do multiple representations. They can reason abstractly, that they're writing this out like this in numbers. I would also say they can communicate in words and numbers. And I would further highlight the fact that I can tell that they have a patient math disposition, because to record these notes would have taken a lot of patience to pause and stop the video along the way. Tip number 3, trust but verify. When looking at student work, I ask them to explain their thinking as a way just to trust that they know it and that it's in their notes, but also verify that they can show me how to do it. So I might say, can you tell me how you might solve this problem? And then give them an example of the problem. This is important because, as John Van de Waal suggests, we want students to take ownership of their learning, but we also need to ensure their understanding is accurate. Tip number 4, in your meeting, make sure that you address any misconceptions your student may have. As Joe Buller points out, mistakes are just opportunities to learn, and every time a student makes a mistake in math, they grow a synapse. So normalize that mistakes are okay, and make sure you give feedback so that a student knows if their math strategy is effective or ineffective. Dylan Williams says, all good feedback should cause thinking. And that takes us to our last step. Number 5, send students off with clear next steps. For example, in this case, I've left the student this note after a meeting, asking them to try and do a more advanced skill and reminding them that they need to make sure they read things closely so that they don't forget to answer all the questions. And that's it. 5 easy steps to having effective one-on-one math meetings. Start with questions, keep it strength-based, trust but verify, clear up misconceptions, and leave students with something to reflect on. Thanks for watching. Happy teaching.